Okay, here we go. Number 1, Unit 11. First thing, we got to recognize, hey, this is a cone, which is the same thing as a pyramid. A pyramid, cone is a more specific type of pyramid. So the first thing I need to find is the perimeter of my base. When finding the surface area, remember the perimeter of a circle is the circumference, so 2 pi r, or 2 pi times 5, which is 10 pi. Next thing I want to identify is the area of my base. To find the area of a circle, I do pi r squared, so 5 should be pi 5 squared, which is 25 pi. And I'm going to need the slant height, which is 13. For the volume, I'm going to need the height, so I might as well do that work now. 5 squared plus h squared equals 13 squared. This is a triple. You should get h squared equals 144. And h is 12. Okay, to find the surface area of a pyramid, I do the area of the base plus 1/2 times the perimeter of the base times the slant height. So the area of the base was 25 pi plus 1/2 times the perimeter of the base was 10 pi, and the slant height was 13. Okay, now, when you plug this in your calculator, you can plug it straight in just as you see it. All right, make sure you use parentheses and don't plug pi into your calculator. Just slap a pi on your answer. I'll just multiply those three things on the right. So 1/2 times 10 times 13 will give me 65 pi. You can also break it up like this and then get 90 pi as your answer. You can plug all of the everything into your calculator that I highlighted and just don't include the pi and then put pi on 90 at the end. That's also an option. Okay, don't forget to include feet squared for that. Next one, volume. Volume of a pyramid is 1/3 times the area of the base times the height. So it's 1/3. Remember, the height is the perpendicular height. It's not the slant height, it's the height of the actual shape. That's why I had to do this work to find h. Okay, I wasn't given that. All right. More times than not, you're going to be given either the slant height or the perpendicular height, and you will have to find it. One of them. 1/3 times the area of the base, so times 25 pi times 12. So, and I would plug that into my calculator just like that. Remember, don't include the pi. Put parentheses around everything. Okay, don't include pi. You could also do 25 times 12 and then just divide by 3. You can plug it 1/3 in parentheses. So 1/3 times 25 times 12, and you should get 100 pi. Remember, this is volume, so it's feet cubed. All right, next one, number 2. This is a rectangular prism. So my base is a rectangle. I like to redraw the base so I know what I'm working with. So I can find the perimeter here. So 4 plus 4 plus 2 plus 2, which is 12. The area of the base is just 2 times 4, which is 8. And then the height of the shape is 9. Those are the 3 things I need. So here we go. Surface area equals perimeter of the base times the height plus 2 times the area of the base. You don't have to write this down every single time. I'm just doing it so you know where I'm getting my numbers from. So you know that I'm not just going random with the numbers, okay? Just so you see me plugging it in. So for me, it's helpful just so I know what to put where, all right? But you do not have to do that. I got 124 feet squared after plugging all that stuff in. Volume. Area of the base times the height. The area of the base is 8. The height is 9 to get 72. So 72 feet cubed. You know, toughest part of this of these problems is probably this right here that I just highlighted in green there. Okay, and then from there it's just plugging in numbers. All right, plugging numbers in. Okay, let's look at number 3. So number 3 is a pyramid with a square base. All right, so I know that, well, this is a square base, so I have 6 and 6. The perimeter is going to be 6 times 4, which is 24. The area of the base is 6 squared, which is 36. I know that the height of the shape is 6, but I don't know what the slant height is. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to use this 6, the height of the shape, and half of the side, so 3, to find the slant height here. So I'll just redraw that triangle for you guys. All right, the 6, the 3, and this is L, the slant height. And do the Pythagorean theorem. 3 squared plus 6 squared equals L squared. So you should get L squared equals 45. And you can write that as a decimal. I got 6.71. All right, it's technically the square root of 45, and we could simplify root 45 as 3 root 5, but let's just use the decimal for it to keep things easier. All right, surface area equals area of the base for a pyramid, area of the base plus 1/2 the perimeter times the slant height. Again, you don't have to write the formula down if you don't want to. If you just want to plug in the numbers, that's fine. So area of the base is 36 plus 1/2 times perimeter of the base, 24, times the slant height of 6.71. For the test, you need to show us your setup. Okay, you need to show us your setup. You can't just write down an answer. I got 116.52 inches squared. All right, you need to show us some setup. This work that I have here, where I find the perimeter and the area of the base and the height and identify all that stuff, that's a good thing to do every single time you do one of these problems, okay? Volume is 1/3 times area of the base times the height, which is 1/3 times 36 times 6, which is 72 inches cubed. Last one for this page is a cylinder. So the perimeter of the base, which is a prism. Perimeter is the circumference, which is 14 pi, 2 pi r. Area of the base is pi r squared, which is 49 pi. And the height of the shape is 14. Surface area equals a perimeter, surface area of a prism. Perimeter of the base times the height plus 2 times the area of the base. Perimeter of the base is 14 pi times 14 plus 2 times 49 pi. So it's 196 pi plus 98 pi to get a total of 294 pi inches squared. Volume equals area of the base times the height. So 49 pi times 14, which is 686 pi inches cubed. All right, that's it for page 1.